I just find it interesting. If you have a concert, and in most countries, if it goes much past 2 hours, the audience starts leaving. Here, a concert can go on for 4 hours and nobody will leave. You know, Russians always just want more and more of culture. Not just music culture, but culture altogether in Russia is one of the treasures of the world. And so when you look at the impact, you know, music, literature, and film, you know, just so many of the arts, the visual arts, have had on Russia, on the Russian people, the way they hold them to their heart, I think is almost, I would say is probably unique anywhere in the world. And I mean, one of the, for me, you know, the great examples of that is I don't think there's any other country in the world where you would have the names of musicians and artists on the aeroplanes. Now, what I love is seeing so many extraordinary young talents, and there really are a lot. I think, you know, when you look at all the people who are playing here and think about the future of the cello, you can feel very happy. How many people have such a phenomenal cello technique? I mean, I don't think ever in history have there been so many young players who could play the cello so incredibly well. Well, they're not showing a huge breadth of repertoire, but on the other hand, I think that's probably quite intelligent of them, in as much as if you perform things that people don't know, it's much harder to judge the quality of the player. So I think when you hear somebody play the Schubert Arpeggione or the Rococo Variations or one of the Haydn concertos or the Brahms Sonata or Shostakovich, everybody has a lot of references, and it's much easier to assess what you think of somebody's playing. For somebody who's a true artist, who has their own voice and who is able to express something about the music that is purely their own personal opinion. But that's not about, I mean, you know, sometimes people go wrong by thinking, I've got to do something that's different so that it's me. It's not about being different, it's about being true to your own voice. That's number one and central. But then, of course, it's the quality of sound, it's the phrasing, it's so many of the things about the way you play. And if people haven't got the technique, they're not going to win anyway. You've got to have the ability to come above the technique so that people are not even thinking about the technique, they're thinking about the music making. Well, I mean, only just to say, I think you're incredibly lucky that medici.tv are making this available worldwide, because there are some truly extraordinary players. They are going to form part of the people who will be part of the future of music.